Hypnotized. Hey y'all. Hey Tara. Hey NYC Black Honey. Hey Jeanette. Thank you. Into your eyes. I wonder who else is up. We only got 3 people in here. Oh no, we got 8 people up in here. We got 12 now. Welcome everybody. Man, I've been working my ass off. That's why I haven't been on. Hey the light. What's up? Hey Scorpio Forever. Blind Chris, what's up? Jessica B, how you doing? Hey Rod Carol. Hey Love More. I already know you. We got that connection, Love More. What's up? Hey Salacious. Hey Cassandra. Hypnotized. Feel so warm. Hypnotized. As you come in, please hit the like button, please. Your fingertips, your sweet, sweet lips. Internet's acting kind of crazy today, so if it starts buffering, matter of fact, I'm about to turn this off. Hey, Marcus. Marcus, I got you. I'll be sending your natal chart reading this month, so just sit tight. Yes, I'm jamming. He talking about hypnotized. I used to be able to relate to this song back in the day, but when I think about the lyrics now, I be like, yo, songs like this be what be messing us up in terms of the relationship shit. Talking about hypnotized, you got me hypnotized. She talking about I'll go wherever you want me to go. Everything I got is yours. I'm like, really? Yeah, I was. I love that song though, but you really. Man, talk about what's going down. Oh my God. I hope everybody is safe and sound. Now, let me know where you're at. Are they rioting? Are they tearing up your city? Are they protesting? What's going on? Hey, ex-girl, how you doing? This shit is getting crazy. And it makes sense. It all makes sense considering what's going on in the sky. I heard somebody was just telling me in Chicago, like on Michigan Avenue, all the stores' windows are busted up. I'm like, damn. And they still protesting. They planning on having protests this weekend in several cities. I'm just like, anybody go to any of the protests? Hey, Angel. You're my angel. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. It might start buffering. Jessica said, yes, Raleigh, North Carolina. They are protesting. We have a curfew. Scorpio Forever said, I'm in Carson, California. I wonder what, I hope I'm not buffering, but I'm getting an error message. NYC said, yup, they protested in New York. First, the curfew was 11 p.m. in New York. Now they changed it to 8 p.m. Salacia said, I came home to be with my family in D.C. since the quarantine started. That's what's up, that you with your family. You know, some families ain't letting other family members come by because they're scared of getting the ether. But you notice how they stopped talking about the ether so much since these protests and riots been going on? And then what happened with, what set it all off, that's definitely dealing with Gemini, but it's also dealing with um, the nodes. So when that happened, the nodes were at the Aries point of Cancer and Capricorn. And Cancer deals with race, Capricorn deals with the police.
So that was a perfect recipe for what happened. Tyreek said, "Bro, what the fuck is happening to the world?" Well, if you've been watching my videos, you already know I believe that there's a hidden agenda to this. Lovemore said, "I think the ether was a conspiracy anyway." I agree. And Venus retrograde can deal with a hidden agenda. Hey, Terica, what's up? Terica said, "Yep, protested here in Nashville, but it was peaceful tonight." Well, I'm glad it was peaceful. X Girl said, "Yes, I'm in Chicago and I was riding around downtown and the looters fucked up everything." The looters, that's dealing with Mars and Pisces. And then on, what was it, May 26th, Mars made a semi-square to Pluto. And that was right after the murder of George Floyd. So let me just make sure I'm right about that date. Did I say George Floyd? I mean is it George Floyd? So he died on May 25th. And on May 26th, Mars made a semi-square to Pluto. So that deals with the looting in particular. The looting of the stores, the businesses. Salacia said, "My mom got a sign on the door that says no company. She won't even let my sister see her boyfriend. You go there, you stay there." Damn. This shit is splitting families apart. This shit is sad. Lovemore said, "It's too damn convenient. Think about it." Exactly. And with Gemini, you got to read between the lines, especially when Venus is retrograde in Gemini. You have to read between the lines. Now, Gemini rules the media. Are a Gemini sun, press 1. I know it's not many people up in here. Well, we got 47 people up in here. So we got to have some Geminis. I noticed, and I know some of y'all heard me say this before, but I think Gemini is the most populous sign in the world. I think there's more Geminis than any other sign in the world. Who doesn't know a Gemini? And Geminis know everybody. Mega Man said, "Isn't it weird it all started in the Twin Cities in Gemini season?" Yeah, I'm going to get on that. You on it, Mega Man? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And Gemini deals with duplicity. Gemini is the sign of duplicity. NYC Gemini, what's up? Happy birthday. Hey, Adrian, what's up? Elizabeth said, "Hey, yo, it's like they just talking names right now. It feels like a setup to find out anyone they could pin as a domestic terrorist." Well, y'all been hearing about how they have some agent provocateurs that were starting these riots and the looting. Basically, they're like bussing people in or flying people in from different areas of the country. People showing up from different areas, breaking windows and stuff. I know y'all saw some of that stuff, like the guy dressed in all black. He had the umbrella and he was just breaking. Was it an auto zone? He was just breaking the windows out. And then dude with the pink shirt was like, "Yo, dude, what you doing?" But I'll say day 2 after that murder, that's when I started asking. Well, no, I was asking questions when I first saw that video. I only seen it once. I didn't want to see it again. Hold on, what are y'all saying? I have mad Geminis in my life. That's what I'm talking about. We all know a Gemini. We all know at least 3 Geminis. Hey, Najat, how you doing? Well, thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you made it. Yes. Welcome. Lovemore said Floyd and Chauvin. I didn't even know that cop's last name. Knew each other. That's very Gemini. Yes, because Gemini is about both security guards at this nightclub. And from what I heard, this club, or it's a bar or something, is owned by this activist, this left-wing activist that has, she's head of the La Raza. And the La Raza, that's a Mexican activist group. So there's some weird stuff going on. And how about Steven Jackson? Steven Jackson, that basketball player, he was saying that first of all, anytime some celebrity comes up and they come into the mix, you gotta be looking sideways, like, what the hell is going on? You gotta start reading between the lines when a celebrity pops in and comes into the equation. But anyway, he kept on saying that George Floyd looked like his twin. And he kept on referring to twin. And I'm like, check this out. And of course, twins, Gemini the twins. So that's another twin theme. Also, this happened in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis. Also, the whole thing was supposedly started over a $20 counterfeit bill. That also fits the Gemini theme of duplicity. Do y'all follow me? Like, this is so Gemini. I'm not the only one because I've seen some other people put videos out there and they were on it too about the Gemini theme. So, but check this out. And remember, Gemini, duplicity. Gemini can deal with having a dual agenda, a second agenda. Gemini is like, what do they say? The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing or whatever. Also, I can't breathe. That's Gemini, especially Venus retrograde in Gemini. And what did the cop have? He had his knee on dude's neck, cutting off. What was it? It was his trachea or whatever, or so his air supply was cut off. Dude, talk about I can't breathe. Now that's become the saying. That's the slogan now. I can't breathe. That's Gemini. Gemini rules the breath, the respiratory system, the lungs. So all of this is Gemini, and this is all code for those up at the top. Y'all, he's a porn star too. So he had a double life, basically. That's Gemini. Because at first didn't come out that he was this porn star. Now it's coming out. We're seeing like this man had a double life and shit. It also came out that he held a pregnant woman at gunpoint and robbed her or something. So this dude wasn't really this, nice dude and stuff like that. And people are out here tearing shit up. But like I said, it's about this second agenda. Yes, it was going back to that Eric Garner. I can't breathe. Yup. They were letting you know what was coming. Think about it. Gemini deals with duality. Remember, I can't breathe. It's the same as wearing these masks because of the ether. They're playing us, y'all, and they're having fun with this Gemini symbolism. So you're wearing the mask. People are having trouble breathing wearing the mask because of the ether. Now, dude talking about I can't breathe with the whole murder, and I believe he was actually killed. I believe he was actually murdered on video. So I'm not trying to say he wasn't murdered. Cause the way I saw it, that man, like by the time that cop got off of him, that man was limp, like done. And it was very weird how those EMTs came to pick him up, and people had been saying that those EMTs weren't dressed like EMTs and that they didn't follow the proper procedure. And I've seen how, EMTs are like, they don't just pick a person up and throw them that's basically what they did. They're going to check his vitals first while he's right there on the ground. It is like a movie. Pure deception. Check this out. Back in 9/11, September 11, 2001, attack on the World Trade Center. What was the World Trade Center buildings called? What did they call the World Trade Center building? And I don't know if y'all looked into the story about 9/11, but 9/11 was an inside job for those that don't know. But World Trade Center, the Twin Towers. On 9/11, what's up, Quentin? How you doing? On 9/11, Saturn was in Gemini and it was opposing Pluto in Sagittarius. That is the destruction of the Twin Towers. Hey, Cameron, what's up? That was the destruction, you could say, the controlled demolition of the Twin Towers. Yes. Saturn was in Gemini opposing Pluto. Gemini is the sign of duplicity. They do everything in code so that they let their brothers know in the secret society what's up. That's how. And they are deep into astrology. So they plan everything according to the planets. So because that gives them power. So for instance, the moon was in Cancer on the night that George Floyd was murdered. Cancer deals with race. And those nodes, like I said, they were at the Aries point of Cancer and Capricorn. This was a perfect recipe to kick off some race riots. So again, with Venus retrograde in Gemini, you got to read between the lines. Gemini is the sign of duplicity. Gemini also rules the media, which is why you can never just trust the media at face value. What's up, Nets? Change in government security. Yes. And then just think about Saturn being in Aquarius right now. Saturn in Aquarius is representing the protests. I told y'all before when I did the video on Saturn in Aquarius, I was like, there's going to be protests, there's going to be riots, and that's exactly what's going on now. Also, just think about this. You can basically say this country and this whole world is undergoing a revolution. This is revolution time. Revolution always precedes a regime change. So we are going through a regime change. Thank you, Golden Sun. Thank you so much. We are going through a regime change. And they always use a revolution to usher in that regime change. Because they can never just, that's like somebody breaking through, breaking down your door and then shooting shit up. They're not going to do that. They're not just going to kick down the door and shoot up everything. No, instead, they're going to befriend you, act like there's some type of threat, and then you're going to ask for their help. That's exactly what's going on right now. Again, duplicity. Thank you so much, Love More. Pluto return. So Pluto and Jupiter is conjoined to Pluto right now. So that could deal with National Guard. So they're starting to have the National Guard post up in cities. And that also just deals with increased restrictions, especially since both planets are retrograde right now. Pisces moon, what's up? Hey, Mo. Thank you so much, Mo. Hey, Raphael. And again, you can't have a new government system without the destruction of the old one. So how do you destroy the old one? You do a few things. You disrupt the economy. Already said that. You create an outside threat. Already done. The outside threat, it's not an actual country, but what is it? It's the ether that came from a foreign country. Now, we might actually, do see a physical war going on at some point, might be a civil war in this country. Martial law, yes, very much. That could be Jupiter conjoined to Pluto too, especially the closer Jupiter gets to Pluto. Also, what was I saying? So, disruption of the economy, check. Civil unrest, check. That's going on right now. A threat from an outside force, check, with the ether coming from Wuhan, China. What's another one that they're doing? Oh, they're gonna mess up. We're gonna start seeing some bad storms too. So that's how they're gonna really disrupt things too. Already they were talking about some type of crazy windstorm happening in Philly. That's like rare. Chosen Judas said, we've known since last year that Geminis are not safe to be near or a vicious cycle happen. Also, with the North Node in Gemini, think about this. You just made me think of this, Chosen Judas. With Donald Trump being a Gemini and his North Node being in Gemini, he's going to experience his nodal return this year. And it's going to be on, let me see, October something. Let me see. It's going to be on October 15th. He's going to experience his nodal return. And so y'all had an earthquake? Where you at, Scorpio Forever? Hey, Akeda, what's up? Hey, Virgin Love. So Donald Trump, he's going to be experiencing his nodal return on October 15th. And during that time, he got a lot of rough transits going down. I will not be surprised if they try to do one of those attempted assassinations on him. And they might make it seem like it's one of those, rioters or, some type of crazy activist or whatever. But something, and this, this is happening right around election time. He also has something else that's real crazy going down in terms of his transits. But he got Neptune. Hold on. Let me pull his transit chart right now. Because he looked like he's sweating bullets right now. And it takes a lot for a Gemini to get all scared. And it seems like he's really scared right now. Like, you know how you can make a deal with the devil and then you know your number's up? That's how I feel like he feels right now. Like he done made a deal with the devil. He knows his number is up. He might have to go out like JFK. He might have to make that ultimate sacrifice. And guess what, y'all? His north node's at the 22nd degree. You know that 22nd degree, well, if y'all don't know, sudden death. So, Mo, you're saying Vedic astrology predicts his assassination? So, now, I don't know if, now, of course, this is just speculation. So, if he's not assassinated, they might just have him get the ether or something. Najat said whatever is going to happen to him in October must also be Gemini Scorpio related because October is Scorpio season. Ness said, who again? Oh, we're talking about Donald Trump. Then we got 2 eclipses coming up. We got one on June 5th, which is a lunar eclipse. And the moon's going to be at the 16th degree of Sagittarius. So when's the 5th? Tomorrow? Yeah, it's still the 4th where I'm at. So that's Friday. So some crazy shit might go down at a protest. Yeah, I think there's not, I'm kind of doubtful that there's even going to be an election this year. They might postpone it. Angel said, I hope not because then Mike Pence will be president. Hell to the no. Somebody was telling me that Donald Trump was, what? Are you serious, Akeda? Stop playing. I can't even repeat what you wrote. Cameron said almost every president elected during a great case with what's going down in his chart. All right, so let me see. So right now I'm looking at the transit chart for him right now. He got Pluto opposing his Venus, Pluto opposing his Saturn. That right there could deal with an assassination attempt. Now let me see when that Pluto opposition Saturn is going to become exact. That could definitely deal with like a security breach and then somebody gets past security and all right, let me see. Hold on, y'all. I was saying that I think part of how he came up, now he already had money through his father, but I also believe part of how he came up. So, all right. Oh, shit. So, before I say this, so Donald Trump, Pluto's going to oppose his Saturn. And remember, y'all, on 9/11, Saturn was opposing Pluto. So that should give you a clue of how that energy works. So Pluto is going to oppose Donald Trump's Saturn on July 12th of this year and December 20th of this year. Now, because it's a Pluto transit, that means that that transit can manifest basically at any time this year. All it takes is a transit that's hitting up his Saturn, like maybe a transit from Mars or Jupiter or maybe even the sun. Now, it already became exact on February 13th, and you know that was right kind of prior to all the lockdown stuff happening. So, again, that transit's going to become exact July 12th and December 20th of this year. So, he's in a very precarious position. Very precarious. Let me see what else he got going on. Neptune is squaring his node. Wait a minute. Oh, my bad. His north node's at 20 degrees, but his sun is at 22 degrees. So that Gemini north node is going to land on his sun first. And then it's going to land on, that's even worse. Oh, shoot. That's even worse. With his sun being at the 22nd degree instead of the node. So again, that 22nd degree can manifest as sudden death. And that's that control or be controlled. So Neptune is squaring his nodes. Neptune will also move once it gets past that retrograde and then goes back direct. It will be squaring his sun. So if he doesn't get assassinated this year, it could be like if he gets reelected again, it may be the following year. So this shit is crazy. All right, let me see what y'all are saying. Raphael said, read the Libra code. I never heard of that, I don't think. Akeda said, ain't America's Pluto return 2021? Let me see. That's what people are talking about, but I haven't looked at that yet. Hold on. Damn. And that makes about, wait a minute, I guess that is about right. Wow. All right, let's see. Akeda said, my power just came back on. We had a blackout. Oh, shit. They doing blackouts? Oh shoot, Akeda, remember they had the black, did you see, or was it Twitter or Instagram? They were doing blackouts. They just had people posting a black image. They was, see, everything is pre-planned, and then they be letting you know. They be dropping some um they be dropping some hints. Mega Man said, why is there so many bees in my house? This never happened. They're trying to run for cover because all these people acting crazy out here. That's what they're doing. Cameron said, Akeda, yes, when it's exact, but it's on the same sign right now. So this is still technically Pluto return period for the United States, right? Rod's Tarot said borders will fade away. They're going to give us any rest. Raphael said, can't look at Trump without looking at Netanyahu. I already knew about Netanyahu for years. Akeda said at Cameron, I think the end of USA as we know it, it will be very obvious by 2024. Yes, it's already hitting the fan. Raphael, what you yelling about? What is, Raphael, speak your mind. What's your problem? Why you keep on saying, come on, wrong? What is this? Who's, hey, Rafi, how you doing? Hey, Contemplating Key. Raphael's having a fit in here. What's going on? Tyreek said, martial law, man. Hey, Dramacidal, what's up? Akeda said, all Antifa needs to do is have a sniper to take out protesters, increasing the chaos, then go on to the next level of race war, civil war. Yup. And how about this? On June 21st, we got the solar eclipse. The sun and the moon are both going to be at the Aries point of Cancer. Uh-oh. The stream is delayed? Oh, the chat is delayed. So, that's crazy. That Aries point, something crazy is going to happen probably on a race level. So, that might really be when this race war kicks off. And they're going to be conjoined to the Gemini North Node. That Gemini North Node right now is at the 29th degree of Gemini. That's race conflict, racial conflict. Oh, Raphael says, so what I'm saying is no fit doll. What's no fit doll? I don't get it. Elaborate, Raphael. You said no fit doll. What you got? Mercury and Pisces? You kind of vague. All right. Let's see. I can't see my comments unless I leave this. That's YouTube doing that shit. And I got a warning saying please check the video resolution, but then it'll go back to excellent. Callie said curfews are all over in California. Oh, did I tell you that lunar eclipse is going to be right on my Mercury? 16th degree. That 16th degree, catastrophe, accidents, injuries, illness, but also deception, victimization, sacrifice. So keep your eyes open. Oh, you mean you're not having a fit? But I'm trying to understand what you're saying though. You said something about Netanyahu. I already know they have a hand in this like big time. Really? That's also Venus retrograde because with Venus retrograde in Gemini, communication systems can go crazy. I knew this would be a problem tonight. Yup, YouTube is tripping. They're probably like the algorithms are probably going crazy. I said algorithms. And that's another thing. I've been tongue tied ever since Venus has been retrograde in Gemini. I keep on tripping over my words. And then scheduling has been just crazy. And my laptop acts like it's possessed. Tara said, right, I have to keep refreshing in chat. Moonlight Orange said, YouTube is messing my chat flow. I have to exit out to read new chats. YouTube is mad wrong for this. Dramacidal says, okay, so on June 2nd, during the riots, Hillary Clinton lost her appeal in court dealing with the human trafficking emails and will have to testify September 9th, 2020. Oh, don't get me started on my theory about that. And this is news to me, so you just sharing it. But just when I was reading this, I already kind of made maybe a conjecture that maybe what I was saying about Trump, maybe she might have something to do with it. She's a Scorpio. You know they're going to get their revenge. Megan said, be careful, they're deleting people's video that speak the truth, they want us lost. Henry said, I know. That's why I be calling it the ether instead of that other name. I'm not going to be on here long anyway because I got so much work to do. I got so much to do. All right, Henry said, a race war heightened in a year with two twos, aka, yup, 2020, yup. Remember, dude had a $20 bill? Duality is heightened. I don't see major peace until the, wow, you said the 2300s. Henry, damn. When we fade out of that numerological cycle. And you might be right. What's up, Sarah? Aren't things crazy right now? What's up, Shauna? So they are deleting videos. Damn. Hey, OG, what's up? OG, the chat is acting crazy. Yes, Toya, I know some of y'all been waiting for that Venus and Gemini video. I've been kind of sitting on it because Venus is retrograde. But I was just looking. I was like, let me hurry up and get this out. I just had a lot of work to do. So I'm starting to get caught up. So I'll be able to put it out soon. Scorpio Forever said, yes, they are deleting a lot out here in this damn world. Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. No more freedom of speech. America is over, Scorpio. The America as you knew it. That's why I titled my blog post, my Uranus and Taurus blog post, The End of the World as We Know It. Because I knew this was coming. But, and a lot of us knew this was coming, those who are awake, but we didn't know they was going to do it like this. Like, we were all blindsided by this. We was all looking forward to 2020. Like, we was all optimistic and stuff, trying to just live our life, go about our business, having hopes and dreams and goals and stuff. Now we're scared that there's not going to be no damn meat in a few months. in that short period of time, so much have changed. And I'll be the first to admit, as an astrologer, I did kind of underestimate that Saturn Pluto conjunction. But that damn sure did set it off. But I did say stuff like mass death, I think. And I said some other stuff like increased government power and all that. So, but the way they did it, the way they slammed us with this shit. Like they snuck us. Like boom, like you ever been snuck? Like where somebody just like it ain't a fair fight. Somebody just come up and they just either hit you or grab you or something like that. That like severely puts you at a disadvantage because not only did they put that they got the first hit, but you be stunned because you didn't see that shit coming. That's why, back in the day they'd be like, give me a fair one. And that's why people that snuck other people, they weren't really given that respect. Because that shit, because it's like if you sneak somebody, first of all, they're going to get hurt, but they're also going to be stunned. And that's how they got us. They had us stunned. We didn't even have time to react. We don't even have time to catch a breather. Because as soon as they said they were opening shit back up, boom, George Floyd happened. And now they're tearing up the cities. People that had the retail jobs in these major cities, now, it's like their livelihood is being threatened all over again. Salacia said, gotta stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready, right? Thank you, Jessica B. Thank you for your super chat. This is the scariest part to me is when they start talking about there could be food shortages. So I'm already thinking about ordering some emergency food, that type of food that lasts for years. I used to have a box of it, but when I moved years ago, I had to leave it behind because I had to do one of those moves where you got to just throw everything in the car because you on the run and, no, I wasn't on the run, but it was one of them, it was one of those times in my life where I just had to throw what I could in my car and get the fuck out of Dodge. It was like that. So I had to leave behind my emergency food or else I would have some. Because I always knew times like this was coming. So I had emergency food back in 2012. So I got to get some more. Yeah, shit's crazy. But again, it's that Venus retrograde in Gemini. Gemini is about communication systems. Right? Salacious, catch a breather. You see what I did there? That's that Gemini clever shit. I love Gemini though. Who don't like Gemini? Like Gemini's cool. I mean, they crazy as cat shit, but Gemini is cool as shit. They cool ass people. And that's what I was saying is like, who doesn't know a Gemini? And Geminis know everybody. Geminis always know the tea, which is why they make good reporters. But, like I said, Gemini rules the media. Gemini is about duplicity. Gemini is two-faced. You can't ever fully trust Gemini. I'm talking about in general, so that any Geminis in here don't get your feelings hurt. Sarah said, isn't it strange that George Floyd said, I can't breathe numerous times and we back to work have to wear masks and also can't breathe? Yup, I said that earlier before you came in, Sarah. We right here. Same thought pattern. Yup, said the same thing. Scorpio Forever said this is a setup because they are going to rearrange and transform a lot of things in this world. Also, did you ever notice how artists like Kanye and Chris Brown purchased armored vehicles they knew? I didn't know that. Now check this out. I was also saying, Justin, you always be asking off-topic questions. Stick to the topic, Justin. Damn. I love you, Justin, but damn, you always do that. You be derailing conversations like a mug. I be like, damn. You be like, what's gonna, you be talking about transits that's gonna happen in 2054 and shit. I be like, we talking about 2020 right now. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Hey, Coco Locks, how you doing? Scorpio Forever said, the Gemini I know is cool but crazy and loud as fuck. Don't tell her your business, right? Because she will talk loud as heck in an open building. Mm-hmm. They're all about spreading the news. I love Gemini though, because I like Gemini because they keep it light and breezy. George Floyd and Kobe Bryant's daughters have the same name, ironically. That's deep. Celebrities attend George Floyd funeral. They did. See, this is how you know this is all part of the plan. This is how you know. Scorpio forever said, right now we need to talk about what's going on in the world, Justin. We might not even see that shit you're asking about, right? I'm already preparing for that these might be some of my last days. I'm damn serious because I'm not the type of person that's just gonna lay down and accept whatever they're throwing at me. I can't do it. I'm a Sagittarius. I just can't do it. I don't even want to live in a world like this. Not saying I would do anything. So if I ever end up in a, you already know, then you already know that, like if they ever be like, Rabina committed suicide, you already know it was a hit. Because that's not how I'm going out. I'm just letting y'all know. And with that lunar eclipse landing on my Mercury, you only, I don't know what, and my Mercury's at the 16th degree, shoot. I need to be careful. Love More said, that's my problem with Gemini Ra. I don't like it light and breezy. But Scorpio and Gemini go pretty well together. I noticed that. It's like y'all keep each other on your toes. Cameron said, I asked you earlier, have you been having apocalyptic dreams leading up to this? Do you remember last year, Cameron, when I kept on saying I don't feel right? Like I was like, something's coming, something ain't right. I was like, I could feel it. And I was saying the same, I was like, I felt the same way before 9/11. And then sure enough, this shit happened. But I'm trying to think, did I have any dreams lately? Or maybe even last year? I know I had a couple of dreams that were just, but I can't really remember anything specific. I know I had a dream about this big old red python, but I think that had to deal with this dude that I was talking to briefly. I think he was the big red python, but maybe he wasn't. But I'm trying to think, did I have a dream about anything else? Did you, Cameron? I would not say Gemini is one of the most sexual signs. Hell no. Sometimes Gemini just be happy talking about sex. Not saying Gemini can't get down and dirty. Scorpio Forever said, speaking of suicide, that's what they are saying about Wendy Williams. What? I think if it's true, a lot of people, especially depressed and very sensitive, might commit suicide. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. During times like this, hey, Golden Sun. So, Golden, thank you for your super chat. Golden Sun said, what does the retrograde Venus and Gemini affect money and relationships? Well, in terms of money, and I already experienced this a couple of times with Venus retrograde and Gemini. In terms of money, things might go a little funny in terms of purchases. So if you're making purchases, make sure you check your receipt. And then even when you get home, you might want to double check and make sure everything's lining up in terms of your statement on your bank account online. So there could be issues with that, but money could be coming back to you. So that could be a plus. And in some cases, money could be doubled if you have the means to double your money because we're talking about Gemini. So Venus retrograde has been pretty good for me, money wise. Um, and then you said relationships. Of course, with relationships, somebody might come back into your life that you thought you were done with. And then also, if you're currently in a relationship, you and your partner could be bickering a little bit more, or maybe some information might come out about your partner that you didn't know about, and it could be about your partner's past. So it could be something like that. Let me see what else. That's basically it. Like just communication issues because it's in Gemini, and then also just issues with just bickering and all that type of stuff. You might find some shit in your partner's phone. That's if you're looking. How many people would look in their partner's phone? if they had the opportunity. And be honest. And who does look at their partner's phone? Because that could be going on with Venus retrograde in Gemini. You know, people getting a little antsy. Next thing you know, somebody going in somebody's phone. Next thing you know, they going upside the person's head with the phone. So Tyreek said my mom and I have been arguing a lot lately because of the quarantine. I'm not surprised. I'm sure that's happening in a lot of households. Tara said me. So you will look at, well, oh yeah, you got that Gemini moon. And it's conjoined to Jupiter. You have to know. Rathy Rat said me. NYC said I look. Mega Man said the show Simpsons predicted the riot. The Simpsons be predicting everything. I would subpoena the writer of the Simpsons because I'd be like, okay, what like you know something. But again, all these people up at the top are connected. Tyreek said I did. That's how I found out my ex was cheating. Did I ever tell y'all the time that, and this is my Mars and Gemini. You could say this is my Mars and Gemini trying my Venus and Libra. Did I ever tell y'all about the time that I called up my ex? Well, he wasn't my ex at the time. He was my boyfriend. So I called him up. I had a feeling he was cheating anyway. So I called him up and I disguised my voice. Like I'm real good at that. Which could be very Mars and Gemini trying Venus and Libra. So I disguised my voice. I made it seem like I was this other chick. And I basically did like you could say a Venus and Gemini retrograde call. Because I was all like, because I made my voice extra. What the hell? Who texted me? Let me turn this off. All right. Hold on. I gotta see who's texting. But, damn, now I forget what I was going to say. Oh, hey, that's my girl. Now, what the hell was I going to say? Oh my God. Oh, yeah. So I was disguising my voice, and I speak kind of hard. So all I had to do was soften my voice and stuff, make me sound like I was a Cancer or a Pisces chick. And I was all like, "Hello, hey, how you doing?" Uh-huh. And he was all like, "Who this?" I just made up some name, and that the fact that he didn't even remember who I was, but he was still down with it, let me know. Oh, this dude smashing chicks all over town. I was like, "Can you come by tonight?" And he was like, "Hell yeah." I was like, "Oh my God." I never brought it to his attention. So still to this day, he don't know that was me. But yes, I faked my voice just to see if he was cheating. Blind Critic said, I thought we was social distancing. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say, Blind Critic. Look, the whole another purpose, and remember, we're dealing with Gemini. Gemini deals with things that are twofold, dual agendas. So remember, um, yes, with the social distancing. Now, with all these riots, so it serves a dual purpose to get a race war started, civil unrest, but it's also serving the purpose to get a spike in the number of ether cases. They already talking about there's going to be more and more ether cases, or there's been more already. All those people together. Now there's going to be all these ether. The ether number's going to go up. Good night, Justin. Are you saying good night for real? Or oh, don't leave. Love more said I used to do that with fake profiles. They used to get caught every time, right? Men are kind of easy to fool. That just show you how sloppy their game is. Scorpio said, I'm thinking a lot of couples are not going to make it or are going through an extra turmoil during this time. You see Faith beat up Stevie J. Was that really real? I'm going to have to, hey, Kat, what's up? I'm going to have to look at, I'm gonna have to look at that video because somebody sent me a link to that video and I didn't even look at it yet. I gotta look at it. Moonlight Orange said they want that second wave to come. They tricking us. Yup. Yup. Henry said I would have changed my voice back and let him know he be in trouble. Manuel said they show you things about the future in Hollywood because they are part of the agenda. Yup. In order to make it in Hollywood, you have to sell your soul to the devil, right? And that's why when these crises happen, you notice they always got celebrities making these statements, talking about stay at home with me and all this stuff. And now they're all involved with this protest and all this type of stuff. It's all part of the agenda. And I wish it wasn't this way, but that's how it is. They use black people as pawns. They've been doing this for years, always using black people to kick some shit off. And they tried it with that see, now I'm really going to get tongue tied. Ahmaud Arbery, is that his name? Y'all notice they tried to set it off with that Ahmad, and like, nobody really took that bait. And then they said, wait a minute, we're going to have to do something up close and personal to really show these people, like, what we about, like, to really get shit on and popping. Y'all notice that? Because they was really trying to get shit on and popping with this Ahmaud Arbery shit. Then when they saw that didn't work, they was like, okay, we're going to have to go for the gusto. We're going to have to get the cop to kill the black man. Scorpio Forever said, Rod, you mentioning going through phones. I've been having visions. My cancer friend's black male went through his phone and say what we have been discussing and pictures, then she dumped him. Wonder if it will be. Wait a minute, let me see. I've been having visions on my cancer's friend boyfriend went through his phone and say what we have been discussing in pictures and she dumped him. Wow. Let me know what happens with that. If you're having visions of that, that's probably going to happen. There was something else that so the first day I saw the video, it's funny you said robotic, Moonlight, because I'm about to talk about the cop that had his knee on the dude's neck. When I first saw that video, I said, what kind of RoboCop shit is this? Because that cop didn't look like he was all there. First of all, he was too calm acting. Because during situations like that, everybody's adrenaline is pumping. The so-called perpetrators' adrenaline is pumping, the cops' adrenaline is pumping, and the bystanders' adrenaline is pumping. I remember looking at that cop like, yo, he ain't all there. It looked like he was either hypnotized, which is why I really started off with that song, Hypnotized. Looked like he was hypnotized, or he was just like, he was out of it because he was too calm for that shit. Or I'll say, he was calm because he knew he came there to fulfill a mission. He knew he had a mission to do, to basically kill the dude and be done with it. Because he just kept his knee there, just like he knew, okay, I got to keep my knee here for a certain amount of time. Exactly, Kat. I was saying the same thing. People, and I saw they weren't dressed like EMT, they were cops. Why were they driving the ambulance? So that cop looked like he was on some Manchurian candidate shit. He didn't look like, it was weird. He didn't look real. Maybe he is a psychopath, Tyreek. And you're right, psychopaths don't show no emotion. Manuel said Kobe Bryant's death was on The Simpsons before it happened, yup. Cameron said, what do you think about Candace Owens, the video she released earlier? I didn't see it. I'm going to have to check it out. What was she saying? William, the cop made Radio Raheem's death look like child's play. The cop was stone-faced. Wasn't he? That's what I'm saying. That was real creepy. Like, either he was on some mind control shit, or he was calm because he knew already what he was supposed to do. So he had no emotion about it. Manuel said a lot of cops are Freemasons secretly. Yeah. First of all, they belong to the Fraternal Order of Police, and that's basically a Freemasonry organization. Millionaire said he had crazy eyes. Those are the eyes of a sociopath with no empathy or remorse. And trust and believe they have sleeper cells up in this country. Sleeper cells, these are people that look regular, they act regular. Basically, those Manchurian candidates, where they look like regular people, they have regular jobs, but then all they got to do is get some type of trigger, they're triggered, and then boom, they go into psychopath mode. they go into killer mode. And I feel like that cop was like that. Hey, Erudite, how you doing? Erudite said they probably gonna bring out the Gestapo soon. Secret police during World War II. Yeah. Scorpio forever said right. This was a mission he carried out. Exactly. And that's why he was so damn calm. Scorpio forever said, I told my mom, stop being glued to CNN. All this shit is fake. It is. I've been trying to explain that to my mom. It's hard for some people to wake up because you got to think about it. Because I was thinking about it today because I'm always trying to be understanding and compassionate. And I was like, you know, it's a scary thing to know that so much of what you believed is a lie. So when you wake up, it's like you are in a state of shock. And some people don't want to have to go through that. Tyreek said, you mean like a sleeper agent like Bucky from the Adventure? Yeah. Trust and believe they got people all, oh, it could be your next door neighbor. You wouldn't even know it. And a lot of these people come out of the military. A lot of these people are already microchipped. So we could have been looking at a microchip mind control slave, or like you said, maybe he was a Marine at some point and they programmed him to be a psychopathic killer. Scorpio forever said, I told her also the rioting is being started by militants. I'm sure any military official can dress down and roam around the world. Now let's talk about this North Node in Gemini. So, North Node Gemini, South Node Sagittarius. So with that South Node in Sagittarius, we can look at a lot of our freedoms being stripped away. So South Node in Sagittarius, we're going to be yearning for more freedom, or you could say we could be mourning the death of our freedom. Also, there's going to be travel restrictions with that South Node in Sagittarius. Hold on, what's Sarah saying? Sarah said exactly, he just wanted to kill. Wait a minute, it's moving somebody. Oh, he just wanted to kill somebody, hand in his pocket. That was weird. The hand in his pocket, yes. That seemed very Gemini too, didn't it? Philippines. Yo, he sure did have one hand in his pocket. It seemed like that was code too. Lovemore said, did you see me say my nephew tested positive for the ether and we were around him but didn't get it? Also, my cousin's baby daddy has it and it's going on like it's nothing. Yup, because from what I understand, it's just like a common cold that's a bit severe. It's like a bad chest cold. And if you ever had a bad chest cold, that shit hurts. And you feel like you might die, but then you get over it after like a week or two. Matter of fact, I've had bronchitis before. That shit is no joke. You feel like there's like glass in your chest. Yes, Tyreek, he killed. Yeah, Solutions. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a high five. I feel drunk, but I'm sober. What's her sign? What's Alanis Morissette's sign? Cause I got one hand in my pocket. Trayvon Martin's father is a Freemason. Yup, Trayvon Martin was a blood sacrifice for his father. We gotta question all of these cop killings. Now, I'm not saying there's no such thing as police brutality, but I'm talking about when it's a high profile case, you gotta wonder what the second agenda is. What is the hidden agenda when it's high profile? Because think about it. Usually when it comes to the cops, the media usually try to be on the cop side and they be like, yeah, the suspect was doing this and he ran it. Usually when it's a real police type of brutality situation. But when they start really beefing it up in the news and all this stuff, then you know there might be some hidden agenda at work. Callie92 said, I haven't been sick in years. I'm scared of getting the ether, but I'd be out the house, so I guess I'm not that scared, right? Look, you can't go around living your life like a scaredy cat. That's not how I was taught. And I know that's not how a lot of y'all were taught. So them like fomenting this fear, this is bad. The fear alone can make you sick if you give into it. There's this term called psychosomatic illness, which means that you can make yourself sick just by focusing too much on it. Juan Benacourt said, not about race, it's about these steroided maniacal police. Rathy said, George Floyd was chosen for this, no doubt on that. And they saw him as expendable because, of his sordid past. They was like, oh, he would be a perfect, what would you call him? I guess sacrifice. And mind you, when they do these things, they don't mind if they have to kill people. They did that on 9/11. These people, first of all, they feed off of the energy of mass death. These are vampires, demons in the flesh. They love death. They get off. Look, these people right now, the ones at the top controlling everything, they love seeing destruction. They love seeing these stores getting broken into and stuff. Why? They don't care. Money means nothing to them. Destruction means nothing. And they're so protected. They know nobody's coming to their mansions, to their compounds. And then they have the underground bunkers. So when shit really hits the fan, they could just go underground. Matter of fact, somebody was telling me that Trump was hiding in his bunker. But trust and believe, these evil people, they get off on seeing all this destruction and people being in total chaos and mass confusion. They love it. They feed off of it. I'm going a little deep down the rabbit hole, so some of y'all might not even know who Jack Parsons is. But Jack Parsons, he was a rocket scientist, and I noticed there's a strong connection between like rocket scientists and people that create like atomic bombs and stuff, and where they're like psychopaths at the same time. It makes sense, and where they're into that satanic shit. Because Jack Parsons, he was a Satanist and he was a rocket scientist at the same time. And he was trying to create this moon child with Aleister Crowley. No, was it with Aleister Crowley or was it with L. Ron Hubbard? It was either with one. It might have been with L. Ron Hubbard, and then him and L. Ron Hubbard had a falling out, and then Jack Parsons mysteriously died while he was doing some type of black magic ritual. Doesn't it sound like a country singer? But Jet Propulsion's Laboratory, that rocket scientist organization, supposedly was named after Jack Parsons secretly. And actually, they named the dark side of the moon after Jack Parsons. So that shows you that he was high up. Y'all gotta research this though. This shit is deep. How these people up at the top like take the occult as seriously as we do. So it was L. Ron Hubbard. Okay, Cameron. I knew you would know. Cameron, you're so knowledgeable. And like evil. I'm trying to think. Kenneth Anger. He's another one. Research him. Kenneth Anger. He was he made these movies like what was it? Scorpio Rising. He was like heavily into astrology. So Kenneth Anger made this movie called Scorpio Rising. And didn't he make a movie called Lucifer Rising? Also, if y'all want to see a real trippy movie dealing with astrology, I'm talking about this shit will trip you out. You don't got to be on acid. You don't got to be smoking no weed. I mean, it's preferred to watch it because that shit is trippy. But anyway, it's called The Holy Mountain by Alejandro Jodorowsky. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Let me type that in because this is a deep movie. And if you want to see some movie from the 70s with trippy imagery and astrology themed shit, check out The Holy Mountain. I think you could get it on YouTube. By Alejandro Jodorowsky, I think. Anybody ever see that movie? I love that album too, Sarah. That's a trippy ass movie. I was actually scared to watch it. And then one day I, went ahead and watched it and I was just like, ew, this man's disgusting. Yeah, check it out. Oh, Sarah, you'll get a kick out of that movie. Yes, Raphael. He's the Chilean occultist. He also made this movie called Topo. I never saw Topo. Johanna, you saw that movie? Yeah, isn't that deep? Actually, Erica Badu made this video that was kind of reminiscent of that movie, so she knows all about that movie. But it be showing a lot of naked people. I mean, penises just swinging and shit. And you know this was in the 70s, so you know people had a lot of pubic hair. So you gotta be ready to see all that. You gotta be ready to see a bunch of dead bodies all cut up and thrown in some cart. You gotta be ready to see like people that only have half of a body just walking around in the street. Shit is crazy. I've seen Caligula Love More. That shit is nasty. Know what else is a nasty movie? Oh my god. Do y'all know about this? Do y'all know about Sallow? These are all Scorpio type movies. Who's seen Sallow? I will not watch that movie, but I've seen clips of it. Tyreek said, ew. Yup. Y'all, ugh. Mm. But again, just watching some of those movies, y'all see what the elite are into. What's another one that's real dark and like where it's based off of some true shit? Of course, you have Rosemary's Baby. Suspiria was another one that was pretty true to life. Wait a minute, I don't remember that scene, Cameron. Maybe you saw the porno version. Cameron, please tell me, what scene was that? I didn't see that part. Did they really show it? Stella Lee said Caligula was the biggest budget Hollywood porn ever made. So it was classified as porn. Patrick Murphy says Sallow is so disgusting, right? Rathy says Sallow was hard. Ew, I stopped watching it. This chat is delayed. I never seen Cloud Atlas. But that's what the elite are into, y'all. You want to get a view of what these people up at the top are into, check out some of those movies that I mentioned. There's a couple of others that are like real sick. Anybody ever see Ichi the Killer? Oh, it's on Pornhub. Oh my god. Yo. And the way he was, I'm sure that happened in real life. No, Sallow is not a porno, but it was banned in a lot of countries. I think it was banned. How do I restart the chat? I think it was banned in America too. Yes, Raphael. All those movies were being released during Neptune and Scorpio. Good insight. Yes, you're so right. That was a very dark time. That's why you had all those movies about Satan and shit. Velodrome. I never saw that. What's up, Jules? Are you talking about Videodrome? I've seen Videodrome, but what's Velodrome? Maybe is that the Australian title? Because Videodrome, that has a lot of truth in it too. About the snuff films, I think that's what it is. Scorpio Forever. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Sallow, where they're carrying that on the platter? Erudite said Cloud Atlas was about reincarnation and how souls are connected through lifetimes. Okay, that don't sound that bad. Angel, what did you see on Pornhub? Yes. And it just shows they're so fucked up because it just shows you that they're different from us. They're barely human. Matter of fact, I think there's quite a few people walking around nowadays that aren't fully human. And then I'm not trying to get down on Aquarians, but there is definitely, you know how, Aquarius, alien. I really believe some Aquarians aren't fully human. And you don't even have to be an Aquarian to not be fully human. You could just be born on the fourth. And you're going to have those eyes that are wide apart. I'm not clicking on that. Hell no, Jules. What is that? I'm scared. Oh, it's IMDb. I can click on that. Let me open it up in a new tab. I thought it was some. Oh yeah, Videodrome. Yup. That has a lot of truth in it. Yup. Oh, you saw Caligula. Ew. So they had that on the plan. Mega Man, you are so right. Looking through the glasses and mind of the killer. I never saw those. Oh, what about Hellraiser? Hellraiser is one of my favorite movies, but that shit is dark. I even had the book. The book is called The Hellbound Heart. But the way that dude, that kind of deals with people that are into that real dark sexual stuff. But Hellraiser was the shit. Hey, Versatile Music Group. Hey, Just Michelle. Just Michelle said these higher up people are not human. Area 51. I agree. Kia said my daughter was born on June 4th. Now, she might have some alien bloodline race. Now, you could say straight up alien, or you could say she's just at a higher vibration. So you could say some Ford people and some Aquarians, they are like operating at a higher vibration where it goes beyond that human regular 3D world. Mega Man said, I saw once an alien type man in the bus. His eyes was looking through me. I was never that scared. Wow. Yes, Scorpio forever. I love Hellraiser. Nikki says, speaking of Gemini's sun, a lot of white influencers, famous and not, are really pushing the ally shit. It's every day, everywhere. I know they are scared regardless of what is happening. What's ally shit? What's that? Oh, you was about to say Hellraiser 2, Johanna? Hell yeah. That movie got some truth in it too. Because demons like that whole sexual energy. And the darker the sex, the more they're attracted to it. And you notice the Hellraiser, the Cenobites and the Hellraiser, they were dressed like in, S&M type stuff. I never saw Event Horizon. Just Michelle said the Dogon tribe tell you that they're landed here. Hey, bad girl astrologer. I do believe that because I book from the Dogon tribe. Tara said, again, I'm not saying all Aquarians, but there's some that, like Oprah, she kind of have like those wide set eyes. Brandy kind of has them. That mayor of Chicago, she has. And the mayor of Chicago, she's not even Aquarian. She was born on the 4th. Well, people have speculated that Beyonce is a lesbian, so that's where that 4 could come in with her. And she's light skinned. You'll have a lot of 4s and Aquarians that are light skinned. What about my body, body? What about my body, body? What about my body, body? Versatile Music Group said a lot of us star seeds are misunderstood. Scorpio Forever said America Horror Story has a lot of S&M stuff. That's why I stopped watching it. I only got through the first season. Seeing that dude with the black latex outfit was enough for me. I get scared seeing that stuff. And I consider myself a freak, but I draw the line when you start putting on the black latex and I can't even see your face and they got the zipper zipping over their mouth. I'm like, how do you get sexually turned on by that dark shit? That's some Mars square Saturn type of sex. I'm cool. That's that dungeon type of sex. That's that like Mars opposition Pluto type sex. I'm cool. I don't need to be taken down into the underworld. I don't need to experience that Hellraiser in real life. Sarah said Mayor of Chicago looked like Beetlejuice. She's weird and controlling. Yeah, see, I don't think she's fully human. She's like, we want humans. Joel said, Tyreek, okay. Angel said Scorpio forever. Y'all talking to each other. Let's see. Wasn't that the son though? The dude wasn't that didn't that end up being the son dressed in the latex? A screwdriver dildo. See, oh, I don't even want to get started. See, that was all part of the plan too. Putting out shows like American Horror Story. That show goes too far. And I've seen some dark shit, and I love horror movies, but I can't get past that. Like once you combine sex and horror a bit too much, I'm like totally turned off. That's why. Oh, nobody answered my question. I don't think. Did anybody ever see Ichi the Killer? It's a Japanese film, but they released a version in the United States. But I think it was still subtitled. No, I think it was in English, dubbed English. But I would have to say by far that was the darkest movie I ever seen, and it would make sense because it's a Japanese horror. But it's not even a Japanese horror flick. It's a Japanese manga. But Ichi the Killer, if you like to be scared, no, not even scared. If you like that shock horror, rent that movie or download it or whatever. That movie is sick. There's one scene in the movie. Oh man, oh, even just thinking about it, like the flashbacks. You seen it, Stella? Tell me that shit ain't crazy. There's this one scene in the movie where dude takes out these scissors and he cuts this guy's wang dang doodle in a bunch of noodles. It's like he cuts it in strips. I had to turn away at that scene. And then I saw the audition. That's by the same Japanese director, something Miyake. I agree, Najat. This shit is not good for the youngins. It's not good. It's called Ichi the Killer, Sarah. I don't know if you now. I know with your Venus and Scorpio, you into that dark shit, but this is on some next level shit. Oh, I love Abby Salacious. She was like, "Wait a minute, what did she say? I'm gonna take old Long George upstairs and fuck the shit out of him." Hell yeah, she was horny that night. Cherry Love said those Japanese are weird. Aren't they the ones that make hentai porn? Yeah, with the tentacles and all that. But I'm telling you. But also those movies like Hostel. Remember Hostel 2? That went too far. There's a lot of truth in Hostel. And what was the other one? Yeah, Hostel's the one where basically they was telling you the truth about how the elite really get down, how they kill people for fun and torture them and stuff. I know a lot of y'all saw Hostel. Yup, Scorpio forever, and they got a poop museum. But some would say it's because they're such a repressed society. Yup, she was possessed. You got to see that movie, Sarah. It's called Abby. It's on YouTube. You will crack up. Yes, Cameron. I've seen a couple of those Faces of Death when I was a child back in the 80s. It scared me. I couldn't even watch most of the scenes. Faces of Death was gruesome. I remember the scene where they were at the restaurant. It was a bunch of rich people, and they had a monkey in the center of the table, and they all gave everybody a mallet. And basically, the monkey was their dinner, but they had to kill the monkey. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. They basically was beating the monkey over the head, and then the people would cook the monkey and then serve. Did you see that part, Cameron? I seen JT's Revenge. That shit is hilarious, Johanna. That was Glenn Turman was in that.
He was wilding out. Cameron, yeah, the monkey's brains. Yup, that's the scene I'm talking about. That was sick. That's the only scene I really remember. Yup, y'all, we all remember that one scene. Why is that the one scene we remember with the monkey? Oh, you watch Abby, Tyreek? Wasn't that shit funny? Did you see the part when she was cutting the chicken and she started to get all horny and shit? Because that demon was coming out. Jules said, I just met a student, Scorpio, cute American, wanted to stick 3 fingers in my ass. Weird, gone. Some of them, they a bit too much about the ass play. They like that scorpionic funk on their fingers. Cameron. Yes, the monkey. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Tyreek said, oh, so Ravina, you watch bullshit like that but are scared of late. I don't, because I'm scared of that. It scares me because to me it's so satanic looking. Oh my God. Of course, Love More got the visual. I'm scared. I will not revisit that memory. We're talking about Faces of Death. These movies came out like in the 70s and they were showing scene like real gruesome scenes. But you know what? Nowadays that shit ain't nothing compared to what's on the internet. Like back in the day we had Faces of Death that was on a VHS tape. Erudite said the film industry is so dark. Erudite, that's right. I gotta respond to your email. I'm sorry. It's good it's being exposed. Salacia said Glenn Turman is my grandmother's brother-in-law. Oh wow, she married his brother Arthur Turman. Salacious, did you know that Glenn Turman was found in bed with Aretha Franklin's son? Mm. Did you ever hear about that? Tariq said, I don't know why her husband was so scared of demonic Abby. I would have been all over that shit, right? He never had it so good. But he was a church boy. He was just about that missionary style. Isn't this horrible in the chat? The chat is so delayed. I'm about to get off anyway because I gotta get back to work. I got work to do. My girl Sandra's in the house. What's up, Sandra? Sandra said I wasn't needed at work. You work over? I thought you worked during the day. Sandra, be careful out there. I hope you don't have to go through any areas where they're rioting or, doing any crazy stuff. Cameron said I watched them in the middle school with my friends in the mid 2000s and it fucked me up. Right? They put stuff out there just to fuck people's heads up. Yes, Glenn Turman and Aretha Franklin's son getting it on. Scorpio Forever said, I'm off tomorrow. I'm about to binge watch all these sick ass movies. Damn. Well, make sure you have a bucket near you in case you gotta vomit. Joel said we should actually watch V, old series. I remember V. I remember they made a big deal out of it when it was coming on TV. Oh, you're on the night shift. On the night shift. Remember that song? Gonna be some sweet sound coming down on the night shift. On the night shift. Salacious, I know you know this song, Salacious. Know you sing it proud. Gonna be some sweet sound coming down on the night shift. It was like Marvin, Marvin. He was a friend of mine. That was the shit. Oh, talk to me. Sing my song forevermore, evermore, evermore. Alright, Najat said, how is horror connected to Gemini? I don't think they entertain it. Gemini can stomach a lot of bad horror like that. Moonlight said on the live chat, touch the icon next to the X and click on live. Uh-oh, this is a lot of instructions. Let me read this again. Touch the icon next to the X. I don't see an X. And click on live. It will refresh the chat without having to exit out of YouTube. I don't know if I have that feature. I don't know if it's just on y'all end. Hey, we got 101 people up in here. Hey, for real though. Welcome everybody. Remember that song? And then they was like, Jackie, Jackie. Oh, that was about Marvin Gaye and Jackie Wilson. Yeah, I know you know that song, Selection. Oh, talk to me. Dude had the juicy Jerry curl in that video. Sing my song forevermore, evermore. Looking like a black Ernie from Sesame Street and shit with that Jerry curl. Gonna be some sweet sound. Lovemore said, I saw a video of the two Chinese men unloading dead dog carcasses from a truck earlier this week, and that turned my stomach. You know what they was about to do with that dead dog. They was about to make some egg foo young, some chop suey, some General Soul with extra sauce. That was the only time I got food poisoning, when I ate some Chinese food. So I'm always wary about where I get my Chinese. That food messed up my gallbladder. Thankfully, my gallbladder got back on track. But I remember even biting into a bone that was in an egg roll. I was like, how the hell is a bone in an egg roll? And it was a bone shaped like nothing I ever seen before. And I remember thinking, I was like, I hope to God this isn't a dog bone or a cat bone. But yeah, I think I've eaten some dog or cat because I had a horrible case of food poisoning. Chinese magic is strong as fuck. Hell yeah. You ever see Big Trouble in Little China? That is one of my favorite movies. That movie's dark too. And it got some truth in it. Who saw Big Trouble in Little China? I love that demon guy. He be changing into, like, he's real old, but then when he wanna really flex, he'll change himself into like a young. He changed himself into like a younger looking version of himself, and then his eyes would, like, these green lasers would come out of his eyes and stuff. And he wanted the Asian chick with the green eyes. Cameron said, you may have ate some motherfucking monkey, man, with the shit they got going over there, right? Robin said, it ain't even cat and dog no more. It's whatever they can find. It's bats and all types of stuff. Bats, rats, cats. Yup, Scorpio Forever said, maybe it was a rat I ate. I don't know, but I was sick for like 3 months. I'll be doing my Venus and Gemini video pretty soon, so stay tuned. In about a week, hopefully. Yup. Yes, Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, I love Death by Temptation, Christina. Yo, that movie is funny as hell. Sandra said, oh, damn, I got some house special lo mein yesterday. Oh, damn, I hope you survive, Sandra. Hey, Delisha, how you doing? Gonna be some sweet sound. Wait a minute, what did Kim Control play in? Salacious. It wasn't a full 3 months. It was like off and on. Cause again, it triggered something with my gallbladder. So it was like whenever I would eat something that was really greasy, I would start getting this bad indigestion. And every time I burped, it tastes like rotten eggs. So I knew something was going on. Like, that's a sign that something's wrong with your gallbladder. When I don't know if anybody ever experienced that, but when you burp, it tastes like rotten egg. It tastes and smells like rotten eggs. And that could be a sign that your gallbladder is acting up. So I remember I had to go to the doctor, and I went and got an MRI, and they was like, yeah, they basically was saying that all I had to do was stop eating like real greasy foods, and it would go back to normal because it wasn't too bad. Patrick said, that's why I only be in Panda Express. You right? I only trust the commercial foods now. Men Natural said, Rabina, do you think the air signs are whores? Well, any sign could be a whore. So I'm not just going to, assign that to the air signs now. Actually, those air signs, like, the whole physical act of sex, yeah, a lot of them like it, but also they're very mental at the same time. Tara got her gallbladder removed. Did you experience that, Tara, before you got your gallbladder removed? Like, when you would burp, it would be like this rotten egg taste. That's what I was going through. Yeah, I was in big trouble in Little China. Yup. What was that demon guy's name? Lopan? I had some Lopan and rice and was possessed. Scorpio, I really don't like Panda Express. It basically, you could tell it's just frozen food that they just put in a wok. Sarah said, yeah, air signs are whores, love them. Tara said, no, just horrible pain. I was going through the pain in my chest too, yeah. It was very, and that's what made me go to the doctor, because I was like, something's definitely wrong. Scorpio Forever said, bottom line, don't order meat from cheese. I said cheese restaurant. I told you I'm tongue tied. But you can have Chinese people. They've been, and if you Chinese in here, I'm sorry. Don't take it personal. I roast everybody up in here. But you got these Chinese people. They've been living in this country for 30 years and they still can't say things with a plural, with an S. You want 2 chicken wing? 2 egg foo young? Like, they can't. And there's another, they can't pronounce the R's. I'm like, y'all just being stubborn. Y'all don't want to pronounce that S. $5, $10. You be like, dollars. Like, they refuse to pronounce that damn S. But I bet you let their ass be at the bank, they know how to pronounce that goddamn S. Because the Chinese, they be all about them coins, man. And they are cheap. You ever been to a Chinese buffet and think you're going to get up without cleaning your plate? They will force you to clean your fucking plate. Don't let them catch you throwing some fucking food away. They might kick you out and be like, you never come back. You waste food. You go. Don't come back. Guy, they be like, and then they the way they curse, they never get the curses right. You go back, fucker. You go. Hell no, you don't waste no food at no Chinese buffet. They be having their eye on you. They be counting every freaking what do you call them crab puffs, them wontons. They be counting everything. They be watching you like a hawk at that buffet. Jules said, I have been to China and their food is just shit and fatty. They love fat. They love that cartilage too. And some of them got some chompers on them. I don't know what they got in the water in China, but their teeth, man. I'd be like, yo, like they got 2 sets of teeth in their mouth, some of them. And it'd only be the Chinese if you notice. Any other Asian group, they got pretty decent teeth. But them Chinese, them teeth be like, look like a traffic jam up in their mouth. You be like, what the fuck? Then look like hot buttered corn. Look like they haven't brushed their teeth since 20 years ago. You be like, damn. When you go into the Chinese restaurant, it always be that old married couple. The Chinese man always got his hands behind his back. He don't ever be saying shit. Woman be running everything. I don't know why these dudes out here be thinking these Asian women are docile and submissive. I've never seen a docile, submissive Asian woman. Like how these dudes, y'all be thinking that all these Asian women are submissive like geisha girls. I've never seen an Asian woman that was weak acting and submissive. Those are some boss ass bitches. So I don't know where people get this from, but I'm gonna tell you, these Asian women are smart. They know how to play the role. They be playing the role of that submissive woman that's gonna be all servile and gonna be all obedient and shit until that man put a ring on her finger. Then she like, something gonna change around here. And he like, damn, bitch. That's all part of the game. They be acting like they're docile and submissive just so they can get that bag. Once they get that bag, they take over. Y'all feel me on that? Y'all know what I'm saying? Most Asian women are not submissive and all docile. Like they be trying to act like. Cameron said Asian women stay talking shit. I have a Filipino aunt and she ain't with the bullshit. Right? I mean, we could roast them all, honestly, like, cause them Vietnamese in the damn nail salon and shit always talking trash about you right in your face. And you notice they staying out of this race shit. You notice the Asians, they staying back. They like they're laying low with this shit. They ain't trying to be involved with this Black Lives Matter shit. You don't really see them out there protesting. They ain't falling for this shit. Especially the Chinese. They come from communist China. They done seen this shit before. They like, we already know what time it is. Scorpio forever said my old nail tech is tough ass woman. She taught me some shit. And you know the Asians, they've been wearing masks for years, so this shit ain't phasing them. They like, it's just normal business for them. It's just an everyday affair for them. Ew, Jules said I hate the sound of Asians pretending to come. I'm done. But I'll tell you one thing. Those Asians can't ever say that they're white. Because all you gotta do is look at one of those porns and you see one of them Asian women, her coochie be as dark as a black woman's. And I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You be like, God damn, is this bitch black from the waist down? That should be darker than some black chicks. I'd be like, God damn, look at that. Going all the way back to Mother Africa and shit with that shit. Nurse Tara said, a lot of Asian women love black men though. Yeah. Sarah said, they always talking shit about you. I learned how to say, I know what you saying in Korean. And Natural said, why are Gemini so sexy and alluring? Well, that's your opinion, and not everybody feel that way. Y'all know what I'm saying though about them generals though. Sarah said their coochies be purple. Yo, some of them actually be lightening. They be getting the lightening cream to lighten up their coochie lips and stuff, cause that shit be dark as hell. Some of them got some weird looking ones too. I'm telling on myself. But it all is true. I be doing this for research, y'all. I got Scorpio North Node in the 10th house. It's all for research purposes. Lovemore said, well, not anymore because they master anal and vaginal bleach. That's what I was saying, Lovemore. Yup. Oh, I've been killing gnats all week. Like Seven said, coochie hair nappy as hell, right? Straight from the motherland. They can't deny their roots. You can't deny your roots when you take those pants off, girl. You might got that straight hair, but we already know what you working with below the belt, honey. But again, you see, they ain't showing up to these protests. They probably busy boarding up their businesses and shit. Cherry Love said, not black man as much as black. Tyreek said, you could tell a poor Asian apart from a privileged Asian by how dark they are. Yup. Colorism is strong in the Asian community. The tan comes from the generations of working on the paddy fields. Yup. And some of them just get their skin lightened. You got a lot of Koreans that get their skin lightened. Why are we even on the subject of Asians? How'd this start? But you know what? Asians can get it too, because like I said, I roast everybody. So Asians, this must be your time right now. Now I love y'all to death, but y'all can get some of the business too, because I'm kind of noticing that y'all ain't out there for the cause. I don't see no Asians in the crowd talking about Black Lives Matter and shit. It's like I'm just messing with y'all. Dartmouth said the scent of burning frankincense lets you know I am here. Also, they are showing up in NYC. Some of them Asian men got it going on nowadays, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them got it going on. Asian men are doing it right now. Matter of fact, what are they saying? Like they said in Africa, it's between Asian men and white men in terms of, swirling with black women, swirling with African women. It was like it's between the Asian men and the white men. Asian men are killing it in Africa right now, like especially the Chinese men. They're trying to like buy up a lot of land in Africa. Stella Lee, what you say? You don't think there's some fine ass Asian men out there? Scorpio said a lot of Asian men in Cali be checking me out along with Persians, Armenians. Let me get up on that mule. What? I used to have a thing for Arabs. Let me tell you. Alhamdulillah. Oh yeah, I used to love me some Arabs. Oh my God. And then I got over it. But I used to do video chats with Arabs back in the day. It was called Arab Lounge, baby. Oh my God, I used to have some fun on that thing. Don't even get me started. Ooh wee! Let me just tell y'all. No, I'm not even gonna spill my own tea. I can't do it. Nope. That was back in the day when you didn't have all this nonsense going on. But I had some online Arab boyfriends back in the day. I had one from Syria. I had one from Egypt. Oh my God, the Egypt dude was so fine. I had one from I had a Palestinian. He was fine as hell. And I had one from Egypt. The Syrian one was cute. He was a dentist. And then I had I had one from the Egypt dude was cute. And then I had one from, was he Saudi Arabia? I can't remember, but we used to do the video chat, every now and then. And let me just tell you, they ain't lacking, they're packing. And I was like, yeah, I know where your roots are. See, some of these people can deny, that they come from the motherland, but then all you gotta do is like take them pants off. But then again, what am I saying? There's a lot of white men out there, they're packing too. That whole myth about white men being small, because you got plenty of black men that are small too. And that's a big disappointment. And if any of y'all men are lacking in the chat, I apologize. Don't feel bad. Because everybody got something to be roasted about. But yeah, that whole BBC is a myth. Not all black men are packing. For any white women out here that are curious about swirling, this Black Lives Matter got y'all all hot and bothered, all curious about that BBC. Y'all know what that BBC is? There's going to be a lot of mixed babies soon. A lot more. Get ready, y'all, because with this Black Lives Matter, they're going from town to town. These black men going to be planting seeds in some fertile white soil. You're going to have a bunch of mixed breeds coming down the pike soon. Watch and see. Right, Tara? Tara said it's a sad day when a black man got a little wee wee. Angel said you roasted people like chicken in here, right? Because, I mean, it is Gemini season, so I got to keep it kind of light. And we are dealing with some heavy times. Jules said, I only seem to attract large white dick. Lucky me. Hell yeah. And that should be all like, I mean, I only had maybe one experience. Now, actually two. But the one,
He was a Gemini, actually. I already told y'all about that. He had a very nice size. I had no complaints. Robin said that's why they keep talking about white women love every inch. I'm just like, what the fuck ever. But I be like, yo, y'all white girls, y'all champs, because I ain't even gonna lie, some black dudes got some big donkey dicks. So y'all white girls that could take it like a champ, you got my respect. I be like, damn girl, okay, you ride that black pony, okay. But don't complain when he gets you pregnant and then he leave your ass and now you a single mom and you gotta apply for welfare and shit. Now you really gonna experience the black experience. Now you really gonna know what Black Lives Matter mean. You gonna see how much your child matters when you get pregnant. His ass leave you and you can't get child support because he done skipped town and he busy getting another woman pregnant. That's the real black experience. So white women, you want that? Be my guest. Y'all can have it. Y'all gotta take the good with the bad. So if you want some of that BBC, you gonna have to take all the garbage, all the baggage that come with it. When he get locked up and he need to get bailed out, he gonna call you first. When his mama kick him out of the house, he gonna be at your doorstep talking about, I need a place to stay. Robin said they definitely still making them single mothers, right? Yup. Y'all can carry that flag. You notice George Floyd had a white girlfriend. You don't see her out there protesting and tearing up shit, do you? Now you do see a lot of white women out there, and yeah, Gemini. Gemini be first of all they could be really fun in bed. I had another Gemini. Lord have mercy. I'll never forget the tricks he had up his sleeve. But I was so impressed that one night, and I can't say too much about it because we're still cool. He might be listening, so I'm not gonna put him on blast like this. But oh my god, sometimes Gemini really like the tricks they got up their sleeves sexually, they just be blowing your mind and shit. That's what I like about Gemini. And you never know what's coming with them. Sandra said, I went on a date with a Sag Sun Gemini Moon. His black D looked like a thumb. Ew. Ew. What did you... Oh, God. I would have been disgusted. And I wouldn't have even been able to hide the expression on my face. Yuck. Cameron said, what do you think about the fetishization of black men? It makes me think of the old slave days because white women fetishized them back in the day. Like, you ever see that movie Mandingo, Cameron? That is like one big fetishization. I can't even talk right because keep on getting tongue tied. But you know what I mean. Just watch that movie Mandingo. But honestly, I'm not uptight about interracial relations. I'm like, hey, have sex with who you want to, marry who you want to. I just don't like when black men talk shit about black women and put all the problems of the black race on single black mothers. Because you got a lot of black men on YouTube that like to do that. That's the problem I have. You could date Becky if you want. I don't care. But don't denigrate black women in the process. Don't talk shit about black women and say we're at the bottom of the barrel and we're too masculine and we're this and we're that. That's what I don't like. But I think black men like being fetishized. I mean, they like being good at something. Robin said, nah, my Sag ex was slanging. I'm still trying to shake it. Damn, he was so nasty. Sag Sun, of course he was. Scorpio Venus. Oh my God. Wow. You still trying to get that Scorpio stank off you. Cameron said, I agree with you 100%, right? Like, this hate has to stop. Sandra said, Cherry Love, that's why he wanted the lights off. The lights off ain't gonna make your dick grow bigger, nigga.
He wanted the lights off. Damn. Was his was his head game good at least, Sandra? Did he make up for it with the head? Tara said exactly. They forget their mama is black. Exactly. It's like you talking shit about your own mama. Uh-oh, Love More done said be something nasty. This Vietnam cosmetologist started an OnlyFans showing X-rated images and videos of him bleaching his clients. I don't know how it's legal. This shit is crazy. Uh-oh, let me see this. Damn, they making me log in for this? I'm gonna have to update my password. That shows you how long I haven't been on Twitter. I can't even see it, but it's about that bleaching. I can, but I gotta get ready and go. I mean it. I'm getting off in 8 minutes because I really have to get back to work. Well, Gemini women, they're very playful. I mean, like, I wouldn't know about that, but just when you think about Gemini women can be very playful in bed, and they like to keep things all fresh and new and interesting and exciting. So they'll do stuff like maybe tickle their partner with a feather or something. He don't even know it, and like they like to play little sex games and stuff like that. You gotta keep things interesting for a Gemini. Robin said, how y'all so opposed by the white man, but your girlfriend wife white? All them pro-black be under this act. Yup. Angel said, Rod, you a savage with the dick comments, right? You said, don't log in. I got videos good. Sandra said, nah, that's the guy who said he had Asperger's. He did a couple of strokes, dressed, and ran out the door. Next day, he's texting me trying to pick up his ego off of the floor. So you told Sandra, I already know you probably just told him straight up and down with that Gemini South. No, you probably told him straight up, like, look, you're too small. It's just that simple. It depends, starting out. And, personally, eclipses may not even affect you unless it's landing on a planet or your ascendant or mid-heaven. Like, for instance, this lunar eclipse coming up, the moon's going to be right on my Mercury. So I can expect things to transpire like over the next 6 months where it could be affecting me because of that eclipse. So because my moon is at the 16th degree, I'm not too happy about that. But you best believe I'm playing the lottery tomorrow with that eclipse being on my Mercury. Maybe I'll get lucky and win a little jackpot or something. I think I'm gonna play every lottery game except for except for Powerball and Mega Millions, because I feel like those games are rigged. But I feel like the state games you still have a chance. So I'm gonna play the Pick Three, the 4 game. I forget what the 4 game is called. I'm gonna play the 5 game Fantasy 5. I'm gonna play the Pick, and then it's tomorrow, Sarah. And then what's the other one? I think, and then there's this other one, Twist 2 or something. So yeah, I'm gonna give me like $20 worth of lottery tickets tomorrow, just in case. And then watch I don't win a damn thing. Scorpio forever said, "Oh my God, I think I had sex with a Pisces who had Asperger's. I bet that shit was good. He was weird. He was weird with sex, like he wanted to hurt me on purpose and thought he did a poor job and wanted to go again. I was scared. Oh my God." Oh, I didn't know that, love. I didn't know people could share videos of. Hey, Indigo, what you doing? What's up, Indigo? You just waking up? Cherry said, "What type of magic is great to do during this strawberry full moon? Abundance spells, most definitely, because of Sagittarius. Like abundance spells, also spells that can clear things out the way too, because Sagittarius is about moving forward, not backward. So you ever hear of a cut and clear spell? Like if you got somebody that's still hanging on to you, or if you're still hanging on to somebody from the past, I would do a cut. Oh shit! I would do a cut and clear spell right around that full moon, because full moons could deal with things coming to completion, where you be like, it's over. Robin said, "Wow, I was just saying I'm going to buy some scratchers and a lottery ticket today. My money has been itching since I told my ancestors I'm going to buy them cigarettes." That's right. Yes. Good luck, Robin. You're going to win something. I'm going to win something too. I'm putting it out there in the universe, and I'm putting it out there. I'm going to win something like in the thousands. That's what I'm going to put. I'm going to ordain it. Hey, Kritika, what's up? I love the emojis. Where you get those emojis from? I want that. Uh-oh, I got 3 minutes, y'all. All right, y'all start with y'all final comments and stuff, because I'm about to get off. Get off. 32 positions in a one-night stand. Joel said, "I think the astrology is not timed accurately. I have been feeling major attractions and choices from 10 days ago." Sandra said, "Online dating, I'm not surprised he has Asperger's with that Gemini moon. He didn't tell me he had Asperger's until we were on that date." I would think some dudes with Asperger's would be good in bed, though. I mean, they may not make eye contact with you, but it could probably be pretty good. I mean, you might have to tell them to put their tongue back in their mouth, but I mean, it might be actually kind of good, like interesting, exciting. Honestly, if he was cute, I would try it. Because I don't discriminate like that. I'm like, hey, if you look good, you could have a little Asperger's. I'm like, that might actually help you out. Jules Bird said, "My Gemini moon has Asperger's. He is huge." Wow, see? Wait, why y'all trashing Pisces all of a sudden? Robin said, "Nah, they too awkward." Yeah, you're going to have to catch the playback because I'm about to get off. And I don't want to get off, but I got to be disciplined. So maybe I'll give it another 10 minutes because I'm not done roasting. Who else can get it? Let's get back on this Gemini shit. I was thinking about Gemini today, and I was like, I was telling one of my students about, I was just telling her the difference between Gemini and Sagittarius. And I was like, Gemini, they could be full of information, but they tend to lack understanding. Like, they could have all this knowledge, but not know what to do with the knowledge. Sarah said everybody needs love, right? So it's like, Gemini is like, also, I always say, you want to take the advice that Gemini gives with a grain of salt. Because just when they give you that advice, when you walk away, they could be changing their mind, talking about, why did I just tell her that? Like, they're so freaking flighty and flitty. Walking contradictions. Don't know their left foot from their right foot. They got the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other shoulder, in their ear at the same time. Cherry Love said Trina can get it. Oh yeah, Trina's in hot water because she called those looters. Oh, mind you, I'm gonna still do a live for Gemini season, so this isn't a live for Gemini season, which is why I'm not really, focusing on them too much. Yeah, they change their minds constantly, can switch up on you at the last minute. But then again, a lot of times it's hard to stay mad at a Gemini because they're so cool. The Light 7 said, I don't listen to their advice. Exactly. They be questioning their own damn selves. Robin said, I had one Gemini. I would have married one twin, but the other was going to have me in jail. So I left him. Wait a minute, Robin. How the hell? How was the other twin going to have you in jail? I told y'all about my twin story, didn't y'all? Didn't I? Because you know I got Mars and Gemini. So when I roast Gemini, trust me, I'm kind of roasting myself because that Mars and Gemini, I'm very in touch with that Gemini energy. But I fulfilled that Mars and Gemini in the most literal way. So, yeah. I was like, two for the price of one? Who can refuse that? One was funny, one was serious. I was like, oh, wow. I mean, talk about BOGO and shit. That BOGO is very Gemini. BOGO knows how, Gemini knows how to, Indigo said, I can't wait till you roast them. Gemini always knows how to be finding those good deals. They be knowing who has the 20% off, where you can get the BOGO, where you can get the free shit. They always know how to stretch a dollar. But then they'll waste money on the large ticket items. Have y'all noticed that about Gemini? They know how to make $5 stretch, but then they'll spend $600 on some stupid shit. And you be like, what the so it's like they know, and it makes sense because Gemini is more so for small minded things, not for big things. So I always say Gemini is penny wise but pound foolish. So they know how to save money on like a $10 purchase, but then they gonna throw money away. They'll throw like stacks away on some dumb shit. Indigo said, and we good at negotiating. Uh-huh. Cause y'all be talking out of both sides of your mouth. And basically, y'all two people in one. And that devil on the left shoulder be basically helping you with the negotiation. And some of y'all Gemini, y'all just straight up rude. I gotta say it. I gotta put it out there. Some Geminis are just rude, and I just be like. And the thing is, a lot of people just let them get away with that shit. Sandra said, where I work, a new employee just started working with me. He has his sun and moon in Gemini. His sun is on my south node. Oh shit. He's going to be a problem. He'll probably be trying to holler at you, Sandra. Robin said, yes, my Gemini. And be careful what you say around him. I would not trust him. Robin said, yes, my Gemini child will hold on to her money but love spending mine. Uh-huh. Sarah said they love techie stuff. They'll spend on that and go to the dollar store for clothes. Uh-huh. Light 7 said, yes, my Gemini friend just spent $400 on Jordans and we didn't even pay for our trip yet. Yup. Then they be running around like a chicken with their head cut off at the last minute talking about, I'm trying to get some money up. And usually they will get the money up. Because they could call Pookie, they could call Ray Ray, they could call Javon. And, remember when I let you hold that couple dollars? Yeah, I'm going to need you to pay me back and I'm going to need to hold something extra too. They always got these connections. So when they get into a jam, they can't easily get out of it. They always got somebody they can call. Aquarius could be like that too, but I feel like Gemini is even more like that. Mega Man said Geminis are the most rudest air sign. They're even more rude than Aquas. I would agree. Now, Aquas could get real rude if you get on their bad side or if you just tell them no or something. But Gemini can just be rude just because of them just being themselves. And it's because they're not really in touch with their feelings like that and the feelings of other people. Tyreek said Geminis have lots of passions. That's why they spin on shit. Oh, and also think about Gemini dealing with replication and things being multiple in number. So you'll also have some Geminis, they can't just buy one. They got to buy two, or they got to buy three of it. They got to buy four of it. Sarah said they always find a way to pay bills but stress you out so bad about money. Najat said Gemini parents must be like kids. Some of them can be. Matter of fact, I'll say Gemini really doesn't make an ideal parent. Now, I'm not saying they can't be a good parent. I'm saying the sign itself is not really conducive to parenting. I know one thing: the children of Gemini parents better have a thick skin. Charlotte says Sag are rude too now. Hell yeah, we rude. But we usually don't mean it. Sandra said, but Gemini usually doesn't mean it either. Like, neither sign is doing it out of maliciousness. That's just who they are. Sandra said, no, he got mad at me and because I wouldn't let him detail my car. That's so South Node shit. And his Venus and Mars in Cancer, I didn't even ask for car services. No, it wasn't a free service. And he has a car detail side hustle. That is so Gemini. Indigo said we could be hoarders. And the messiest kind at that. Things scattered all over the place. But y'all know where everything's at. Callie said Geminis be rolling in their car with their tank nearly on empty, but they be like, it's fine. Kia said they could juggle two relationships. Yup. Indigo said, yes, Gemini parents are very childlike. Virgin said, yes, Sagittarius do mean it. Sarah said, I was raised by a Gemini mom and Aqua father. I had to make it on my own. I'm sure you did. Poor Sarah. Aw. I know how that is because I got two Aquarius parents. And one of them got a Gemini moon, so I totally understand that whole detachment and shit. Virgin said, I'm a child of a Gemini parent, wouldn't want another. Oh, how sweet. Now, a Gemini parent, they're going to, teach you a lot, so that's good. That's how they really show love, is by teaching you a lot about life. Cherry Love said, when I Gemini really, really laughs from the core, it warms your heart. Yes, and their laugh is infectious, just like Sagittarius. Mega Man said, my aunt is a Gemini. When I used to be at her house as a kid, she always throwing parties and inviting people. Telling you, Gemini be knowing everybody. Hey, who's that? Oh my God, speaking of that. All right, Marcus, you just sent me. Yeah, you didn't get my response. I responded to you, Marcus. I'll respond again, but I love those pictures. But I'm putting your business all out in there in the street. That's my Mars and Gemini. But again, I can relate to a lot of Gemini stuff because I got Mars and Gemini. My friend has a Gemini moon and her car was filthy. Virgin Love said, yup, that's why I'm a Virgo. So those talks were priceless. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to get ready and go. So y'all say y'all last few words. Because I'm about to wrap it up. Because I can't breathe. Lovemore said Gemini men have that baby face and those googly eyes. But Gemini, again, they cool as shit. Cool as shit. I would say they're in the top 5 in terms of signs that I really get down with. Scorpio Forever said, yes, my Gemini friend knows a lot of men too. She has slept with a lot of men. Yeah, they could have a long list of sex partners, some of them. Good night, Kia. Thank you so much. I'm so happy we got so many viewers and it's late. Well, for some of y'all, it's early, but I'm happy about that. I was talking about sex. What we was talking about the Asian coochie and the Asian dick and the black little thumb sized dick and the white boy kielbasa and all that. Christina said, Rabina, when you doing Venus and Gemini? I'll be doing it in about a week. Before that, I'm gonna do the live stream for Gemini season. Indigo said, that's why you love me so much. Yes, Geminis are cool ass people. Sometimes y'all can't shut the fuck up, but y'all cool as shit. Sometimes y'all take 10 paragraphs to say what needs to be said in 2 sentences, but y'all cool as shit. I love y'all. Nobody can sleep. Oh, thank you, Tara. Now watch, I'm not going to be able to sleep because every time I do a live stream, I'm always wired afterwards. Again, that's my Mars and Gemini. You would think I would be tired, but I'd be wired at the same time. Yup, Gemini is the track of all tracks. See, Gemini is the jack of all trades, master of none. And the whole tongue-tied thing that I'm going through right now, Gemini does that naturally. They will just twist things up. Like instead of saying Mars and Scorpio, they'd be like Scorpio and Mars and shit. Or what's another thing they be getting all mixed up? They just will switch things around. They swear they know what they're talking about. You know I could be long with it. But don't forget, Indigo, I got that Mars in Gemini. That's why I could talk for so long too. And Mars is ruling my third house. So it's that Mars in Gemini is directly connected to the way I communicate. Sarah said if they marry you, they'll cheat. Gemini is one of the least committal signs, like, and they're really not meant to commit, really. Let's be real. All signs have their purpose. And Gemini is just one of those signs that, even if they're married, you can never be fully sure. And they will cheat without a conscience. They be like, morals? What's morals? Callie said, wish I had air in my chart. I have all earth. Damn, you could put somebody to sleep with that, huh? Let me call you up next time I can't go to sleep. Dartmouth said, are Italian women acceptable to date for pro-black men? What kind of question is that, Dartmouth? Are Italian women acceptable to date for pro-black men? Are you saying because the Moors invaded Italy that time and they mixed with some of the Italian women? I mean, there's plenty of pro-black men that date outside their race. Like what's that one guy's name? I can't stand him too. The guy that always wear that scarf around his neck. He's an old guy, light skinned with that afro, and he got that space between his teeth. I know you, Indigo. What's his name? Please tell me. He's a black activist. He's a professor. Why can't I remember his name? And he's annoying as shit. He got the afro. He got that 70s afro that he been rocking since 1972. He got that space between his teeth. And then he always talking about, but yeah, the black man. This is how he talk. He be like, the black man is the one that's oppressed. And he got a white wife. What is that man's name? And he always got this black scarf around his neck. It's not Michael Eric Dyson, it's the other one. Oh, I can't remember his name. Somebody, please. I can't leave until somebody remember his name for me. Cornell West. Thank you, Christina. That's the dude I'm talking about. He got a white wife. And he is pro-black. I can't stand Cornell West. He get on my nerves. He's so dramatic. What's his sign? I gotta look and see what his sign is real quick. And why he always wearing that black scarf around his neck? What is he trying to hide? Don't it look like he could tear up some chicken wings with them teeth? He'd be like, extra spicy. Let me see this Cornell West. I don't like Michael Eric Dyson either. My sister used to be his TA when she was teaching at Penn, University of Penn. He's a Gemini. Speaking of Gemini, Cornell West is a Gemini, y'all. He was born the same year as my mom. Y'all, he's a Gemini. And he's a 2. So he's a 2 Gemini, which makes sense because he's all about race. So he's an American philosopher, political activist, social critic, author, and public intellectual, the son of a Baptist minister. West focuses on the role of race, gender. I sure haven't seen him come out and say anything. Has he made a statement about this? Yeah, that hair. But it looked like, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie, that he do look like a fried chicken and watermelon eating dude, like for real. Like he'll tear up some fried chicken and watermelon and have his white wife fry that chicken up. I bet he that type of pro black. Trust me, he that type of pro black where he be like, "Fix my dinner, white bitch." Like he get off on denigrating his white woman, but because it's all about the black cause. Like he married her so that she could, bear the brunt of his hatred against whites or whatever. No, I don't think he hates whites, but some of them pro black men are like that. Like they'll marry a white woman just so they can verbally abuse her ass. You lily white bitch. Fry me up some chicken. And don't forget my butter biscuits. He'd be like, see, I gotta take you over my mama's house so she could teach you how to cook. I already know what he about. And he a Gemini, he two-faced as shit. He like, bring your flat ass over here so I can hit it from the back. He be like, we shall overcome. I'm coming. We shall overcome. Oh, so he did speak on CNN. He's like, fix me some red beans and white. You white bitch. You devil bitch. Mm-mm. For real, these pro black, they be abusing their white women and shit. They be making them pay for what Massa did back in the day. For real. He be like, if your white daddy could see me up in this white ass right now. That's how they be thinking. Yo, some of these pro blacks they get with white women just so they can get at the white daddy. Like that's like the ultimate insult to the white daddy. He was dragging Robinson. I've heard that from them. It's their way of sticking it at the white man. That's why I don't take them pro black men serious. Exactly. Y'all ever see I'm gonna get you sucker? They basically did a spoof on the pro black man. Remember that scene where they go into where Keenan Ivory Wayans' character he goes into the African shop and he's all like black power, peace, my brother. And then the white woman comes out with the cornrows and she's all like, and yo, you gotta if you ever see that movie, basically that depicts the pro black man to a T. He's Cornell West still use honky. You know them old school blacks, they call white people honky back in the day. You old white honky bitch. Fix me some collard greens. I never understood what does honky mean. And how is that an insult? Does anybody know like where the word honky come from? And I remember I was like, that is not leveling the playing field because nigger sounds so much worse than honky. They call us nigger, we call them honky. I'm like, honky, that ain't even no damn insult. Indigo said I fell out when the white girl read that poem. What poem? Scorpio Forever said there was a meme that said the pussy hit better when their daddy is racist. Ooh. Angel said Savage roasting a Cordell makes me start doing you. What else y'all saying? I really gotta go soon. Dartmouth says Sag and Virgo are a difficult combination. Don't I know it? Somebody get killed up in that relationship if it lasts too long. Cherry Love said, did Oprah say anything? Because even Kim K did. Oprah probably staying out of it. You know how she do. Charlotte said, how his afro so neat all the time. Bitch, I told you to get the afro sheen. Mm-mm. Cherry Love said, was George Floyd white girlfriend at his funeral? Man, she probably got the fuck out of Dodge. She probably already dating some white dude. She went back to the other side. She was like, I had enough of the dark side. She came over to the light. Indigo said, remember when the white child read the poem in the movie? What movie? Oh, Tyreek said it comes from honky tonk country music that white folks used to listen to. Okay, see, that's not an insult. I mean, just compare the two words. That N word, it cuts like a knife. Only when you use the ER. And I'm sure other blacks, in here can relate to that. Like that ER, when that ER is added on, it cuts like a knife. Like you like, ooh, like ow. You take that ER off and add an A, and it's like, hey, yeah, okay. Just a difference in letters changes the whole meaning. Christina said her and Gail hibernate. Yup. Muff diving. That's what they doing. They doing muff diving. They getting it in. Rubbing them old coochies together. Trading gray pubic hairs and shit. Delicious. I ain't even gonna lie. I saw Gail doing some show. I was like, Gail is not cute. She's actually on the ugly side a little bit. Like I can't even imagine what she looked like without makeup. Oh, the little girl that read the poem. I'm so late. The little girl that read the poem, she was like, you white capitalist pig. Yeah, the little girl that read the poem and I'm going to get you sucked. I love that part. He basically taught them how to be about that self-hate. He taught them, he flipped the script and had the little white kids all being all about that self-hate. Oh, Scorpio forever found Caligula. Oh, shit. Robin says, especially when a person who can't wipe or wash their own ass calls you a nigga, makes you want to fight, right? Raphael says, so you pro race mixing. You know what? I don't care what people do. I just don't like when hate is involved. I don't like where, somebody's like, oh, I can't deal with this race, so this race is better or whatever. Because not everybody, every member of a race is bad. You know what I mean? There's bad people in every race. But I'm not a racist, so I'm not going to be like, oh, black men can't date outside their race. I mean, they have free will. Love Moore said, don't. Wait a minute, Tiffany. Is this your first time on the live? Because I don't think you understand. I roast everybody. Tiffany's taking shit seriously, y'all. Y'all tell Tiffany how I roll, because I think she think that I'm just attacking Geminis, but I go hard on all the signs, baby. I go in with no Vaseline. Stick around, you'll start to love me. See, that's something a Gemini would say. Stick around, you'll start to love me. Sarah says, stop. That's like some crusty old grilled cheese sandwich. It's ill, and that noise that it's making. Can you imagine? Sound like stale macaroni and cheese that you stirring up. Ew. Mm-mm. And you know they all dry now because they postmenopausal. They could start a fire in there with that tribbing section. Robin said Tiffany hit the blood or half. Right? I thought Geminis, they could take a joke. She might got a little cancer up in her chart. Maybe that's why she a little, get a little sensitive and shit. Raphael said the highest skill is to turn an enemy into a friend, right? That's what I'm saying. Scorpio forever said, girl, it's too much going on to be uptight. Don't take things personal. And if you was listening, I kept on saying how much I love Gemini. I mean, y'all might be a little touched in the head, but I love y'all. I mean, the elevator might not go all the way up to the top floor, but I love Gemini. Scorpio forever. Oh my God, you watching Caligula right now? What scene are you on? Yeah, I think Tiffany's new, so we gotta go easy on her. Oh shit. Love More sent me another email. Uh-oh. Who's that? What? Oh. Who? Wow. What is that? Mouthwash? Why it look like that's a bottle of piss? He got that Sepacool old school mouthwash and shit. Please say he's not gonna balance that bottle of mouthwash on there. Oh my God. If he does that, he is a champ. Damn, he got a nice body. That's the type of body I like, Love More. Oh my God. Oh yeah, okay. Oh my God, look at that butt. Oh my God, he got a nice body. And a nice tool. Damn. And I said I wasn't even gonna be like, being about my lower chakras and, my animal side. Why? Of course, Love More, you gotta be the one that's tempting me. And I can't stop watching it. How long is this video? Okay, it's over now. Thank God. Oh my God, it's just all in my face. Jesus. Wow. That was nice, y'all. That was real nice. Love More know what I like. Woo! I would break my celibacy for that shit. Hell yeah. Oh, if only for Angel said it looked like he had a bottle of piss, y'all. But it was, I don't know if y'all ever seen that Sepacool mouthwash where it's like that golden color. But it probably was a bottle. But nah, I would break my vow of celibacy for him. I would. That's a dude that you'll take a chance and let him hit it raw. I'm sorry. You be like, I'm sorry, I don't have no condom. You like, I gotta feel the real deal to be real. Oh, oh, irrational. Please email me so we can talk about it because the natal chart is just the beginning. So all the questions you have, we could get it on and popping. I can answer any questions you have. I'm sorry I made you cry, but I have that effect on people. I look at my own natal chart and cry sometimes. I just cry. I bite my pillow. Because it feels like I'm being reamed up the ass by the universe. Love More said that's the good mouthwash. Look, let me tell y'all what he did. He took a bottle of hand soap and he balanced it on his dick. Like I was just, I was impressed. But that's not the part I was really impressed about. He had a nice body. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, Cherry Love, you know, it's been 3 years. It's been over 3 years, but I said I would break my celibacy for him. That man I just saw in the video, oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I think one night I'd be fine. Why do I cry about my chart? Because seeing aspects makes me think of memories, stuff that happened that deal with those aspects. I'm like one of those, you know how that Gemini, the classic Gemini thing where one face is laughing, one face is crying? That's the story of my life with my Mars and Gemini. So half of my life has been spent laughing, the other half has been spent crying. Y'all never saw me really in the crying mode. I might make myself vulnerable like that one day with y'all because I do have this story that I might want to share with y'all one day, but it's still real sensitive. So I don't know if I even want to go there, especially like, you know, just make it public like that. But I don't know. But yeah, the whole laugh now, cry later, those two faces, that's like the story of my life. And I always say the day I stop laughing, that's the day I'm going to die. Because laughing totally keeps me sane. Laughing basically helps me to keep going. Helen Mirren. Oh, she was in Caligula? Oh yeah, she a G. She a G for that. Wait, who got the stellium in Cancer? Oh, because they're crying. But I got a first house moon. So I could be really emotional. And I'm one of those people that when I get mad, if I get real mad, I cry. Anybody do that? When they get mad, they cry? And I'd be like, don't take my tears for weakness because I will whoop the shit out of you right now. Just because I'm crying don't mean shit. Like, that's when you really got to be scared. If I'm mad and I start crying, like the time my Virgo ex, he broke the oven door. You know how the glass part on the oven door? Like I don't know how the hell he did this. He must, first of all, the oven door was already kind of loose. And he like jerked it open one day and then the whole thing just fell down and all this glass just shattered all over the place. And the way my oldest daughter tell this story the way I was cracks me up because she said she said that I was so mad. Like, I think this was before I started crying. She said I was so mad. I was just pacing back and forth, pacing back and forth. And then she said I knelt down. And you know how the boxers not kneel down before they fight? And they say that little prayer. That's what she said. That's what I did because I kind of blacked out. I don't remember what was going on that night. But I had knelt down on one knee and I had my fist on my chin. I just did that pause real quick. I had to get myself together before I killed this dude. So yeah, and he was one of those fuck up Virgos. So he would try to do the right thing, but always screw things up in the process. But yeah, I had to take a moment and I was down on one knee, just like I was about to get it on in the boxing ring. But that's how I get like, and again, a lot of that deals with my Mars and Gemini. Like that volatility when it comes to the anger, we will go crazy. And we just have to get it out. And it could take like a good hour for that anger to run its course. That's why I had to take the knee. I took a knee because I knew it was going to be bad after that. So I had to take a knee first before I got in that boxing ring. But yeah, I got to get ready and go, man. People are dropping off the line. But yeah, I mean, that's what I mean though. If I start to cry and it's not sad tears, they're mad tears, you better get out of my way. Because all you gotta do is get in my. That's another thing. And with me being a Sag, and then I got Jupiter and Aries in the third house. Some of y'all are like this too, where it's like all somebody got to do is get in your face and get a little too close for it to be on. So I'm that type of person. Don't get in my face and don't like invade my personal space because I'm going to have that automatic reaction to hit you because that's how I am. Like, once you invade my personal space and you get in my face like that, it's on. Cause I'm like, that's what you want. You wouldn't come that close. You wouldn't get in my face like that if you didn't want none of this business. Indigo, you know what I'm talking about with the Mars and Gemini. I had to take a knee on that shit. Cause I knew. I was like, I was about to turn into a tornado. Yes. I'm surprised I didn't have a white towel on my shoulder. Oh, Love More said, well, I like to see people cry. Show us your vulnerable side. Sarah said, no, when I get mad, I fight. Mars and Leo, though. I cry when I feel sad or someone else has me under control legally. Cherry Love, I covered that in the early part, so you're going to have to watch a replay because I talked about the Twin Cities because I talked about this is all symbolism. This Gemini is code for letting you know that this is a dual agenda. This is, this is letting you know that there's a hidden agenda at work. And the Gemini is basically code for that. Scorpio Forever said, oh, yes, Ra. I had a bitch in middle school do that, and I told her to get out of my face, and I blacked out, and all I kept hearing was, damn, you fucked her leg up. Yup, that's what I'm saying. People need to understand you don't get in somebody's face unless you're ready to throw down. Callie said, Trump said, fuck everyone, no stimulus check. Wow. Thank you, Krutika. Indigo said it throws people off. People, they not used to seeing us so mad. Yup. Uh-huh. They don't see it coming. All right, I'm going for real. Yeah, watch the beginning because I break it down, Cherry Love. Let me see if I'm leaving anything out because I made a little list of stuff I wanted to talk about. But just to recap, remember, Saturn's in Aquarius right now. Is retrograde. Later this month, it's going to be at the 0 degree of Aquarius, and then it's going to be heading back into Capricorn. So once Saturn goes retrograde into Capricorn, the government might really start to show its ass with the restrictions and everything. See, with Saturn in Aquarius, they're allowing people to act wild. They're allowing people to protest, riot, tear up shit. But once Saturn re-enters Capricorn, government probably really going to crack down. So we got that to think about. And then Saturn will be going direct, I believe in October, September 29th. So Saturn will be going direct September 29th at the 25th degree of Capricorn. So that 25 can be victimization, sacrifice, deception. That's a number where you really got to be discriminating. You really got to read between the lines. And then I already talked about the eclipses that are going down. One on June 5th, which is today. And then June 21st, we got the solar one with the sun and moon both being at the Aries point of Cancer. That's the 0 degree of Cancer. We're in for some really trying times. Now, eclipses, they may not even produce anything on the actual day of the eclipse. What'll happen is it'll be like a chain of events that take place over the course of the next 6 months to a year. And this is a cardinal Aries point eclipse. So even though it's not a total eclipse, that Aries point energy, you trust and believe the powers that shouldn't be are going to use this to their advantage. So just keep that in mind. Um, Again, the nodes have changed signs. Now the North Node is in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius. I wanted to put on a workshop about the nodes, but I just don't have time to do it, so I apologize. But if anybody would like a node reading where I talk about the transits that the North Node and the South Node will be making in your chart, here's my email. Just hit me up and you can put North Node reading in the subject line. Happy birthday, Christina. Happy belated birthday. Wait a minute, is it the 21st of June? Well, happy birthday in advance. But yeah, so expect to see more chaos, more destruction. It's definitely not over by a long shot yet. And then with all these planets being retrograde, you could just say things are just drumming up. Things are just ramping up. And then once they go direct again, we're just going to be in for a boatload of trouble. So I hate to sound so pessimistic, but y'all know, like I've been talking about, especially with Uranus and Taurus, I've talked about how all this was going to be going down anyway. So it's just something to really see it actually go down. Because I be shaking my head too, like, wow, I can't believe this world has changed like this, even though I knew this was coming. So again, if anybody is in need of a North Node reading, just hit me up. I already put my email in there, and I will be pulling your transit, well, the transits of the nodes, and seeing how it impacts your chart and how that's going to affect your life. So email me if you want that reading, and then I'll be back with the live stream for Gemini season. Love More said you predicted this destruction happening months ago. You kept saying you felt like something big was going to happen, and lo and behold, yup, I could feel it in my spirit. Yep. So yeah, so stay tuned. I will be back. I might be doing a crossword in the meantime where I talk about some current events and stuff, especially if I forgot about something that I was going to mention. Oh, irony. So the word irony, that's very Gemini. So things are very ironic right now. Wouldn't y'all agree? So irony is definitely a product of Gemini. So we got to take that into account as well. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I love you all. Thank you so much for staying up with me. I hope everybody stays safe during these trying times. And if somebody goes to a protest, just be careful. Try not to bring your kids because you don't know what's going to happen. I be seeing kids out at these protests, and you don't know when the cops are going to start shooting those tear gas guns or shooting rubber bullets. They don't care who's out there when they start doing that. So, and then you don't know what some of these agent provocateurs or rioters or looters are going to do. So I would definitely say if you are going to, and this is just my advice, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if you are going to protest, definitely, definitely consider leaving your children at home because things could get hectic, things could get dangerous out there. And especially, when the cops get nervous, that's when they get murderous. So you don't ever want to be around no nervous cops. And you definitely don't want to be around no scared cops either. So definitely keep the kids at home. If you want to risk your life out there, go ahead, have a good time. Oh yeah, the COVID too. So, you gotta be careful being out there. You don't know like who got what. So just be careful. And again, with Gemini, especially with Venus retrograde in Gemini, you got to read between the lines. Gemini is the sign of duplicity. So while Gemini has a lot of good things about it, all signs have a dark side, and Gemini is very much dealing with duplicity. So always keep that in mind. And with that, I'm going to say good night, peace, many blessings. And one more thing, if you would like a reading, you can go to my website at rabina.com and I will be at your service. All right, I'm out. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Jules.